Hello again, this is Brother Mike Rowland on the Energetic Forum. I'm showing you a dishwasher motor today and the voltages and the amperage after I bushed it up and I mounted it. I'm going to show you the mount today. And there's that big old Variac I made years ago. Well, I didn't make the Variac. I got it and I made the box for it. And you'll see, maybe you can see the top. I don't know, I can't. Let's see if I can get this in right. It's a, what is that? It's a Techni Power? Well, anyways, it's a really old Variac. And if I can get it to focus, you can see all those windings. It goes up to 240 volts and 12 amps. If you can't read it, it's on the plate. It's kind of dusty out here. Like I say, I work outdoors, and I got this old stove that broke. You can see it's broke down there, but I'm still protecting the burners. Well, I'm set up on it for now. You know me, I'm appliance repair. So okay, here's the Variac, here is the motor over here. So let's get the 2 meters in there. We're going to be running it on this Variac. And the thing I wanted to show in a minute was the mounts. And these are very common motors, these dishwasher motors. You can see the mount here is just a strap of metal curved around, and then there's a plate, and I welded it, but there's just a simple bolt, a screw actually. It just goes in about 1 inch on each side to hold the caps on, and you can put your mount there. You need to put a little bit longer bolt there, but these are great motors, and look at all the RPMs they can. So you see that? See. Can see that or not. Can barely see it, huh? It is it's hard to get the glare off it, but it says it's a 1/6 horsepower, 120 volts, 3350 RPM, and it uses a cap over here on this side. This is a very common dishwasher motor. There's just literally hundreds of thousands of these around the United States thrown away. Every day there's thousands. So you can get these easily. These are like a throwaway dishwasher, the cheapo. And so what I did was I wire nutted and put an amp clamp on here for you and show you. Now this is for the split positive motor. There are many more words to say on how I'm going to hook this motor up, but I want you to see the voltages. Okay, the meter's shut off. I wanted you to see the voltages as I run it. And let's see if we can get them in. Now that's your right there. Isn't that crazy? Thing doesn't focus when you zoom in. I think it's faulty. Alright, so there's your big meter back there. That shows the volts. Okay, so let me plug it in. And hopefully you can hear it. It's so smooth and fast. And then I'm going to slow it down with this cream bottle. Okay, I'm just going to rub the motor here just to slow it up and down. You can watch the voltage. All right. I mean, this thing is dreamy smooth. Now it's got 3 volts. See it? My Variac over there. I just hand marked that Variac. It's up here. Let's, probably can't see it, but up here, that's 90, that's 110, that's 130. And then I just hand marked it because it was supposed to have a dial and stuff. A lot of people see stuff on eBay and they don't know what to do with it. And that's just exactly what I love. This cost me 60 bucks, but I had to build a box, and that's a very expensive Variac now. Well, I mean, I would have to pay a gob of money to get one like it, brand new. And you can't find a used one. Okay. Now let's see if I can work this camera right. 3 volts. It's just sitting there humming, right? And point something amps. And let me get this. Okay. Let me turn this Variac on. There it goes. Hear it? It's running 46 volts there in the background, and it is screaming at 0.39 amps. Let me turn it down just a little bit. Okay, there's 35 volts at 0.3 amps. Can you hear it? Now I'll slow it down. That's got a lot of power there at that RPM. I'm grinding a hole in this thing. So she's got a lot of power. Can't hardly hear it because it's factory precision, and that's what you need. I mean, you need something set up by a machine shop, and like I say, but you're going to have to work to shim that up. There's some shimming that you have to do to get those couplers on there, and I guarantee you this thing's turning. There it is. That's 110 right there, 115. There's no difference in, there's hardly a difference in RPM, honest. The RPM is over 3 grand, I guarantee it, whether you're at 39 volt, 29 volts. It just depends on how much torque you need. And so look at how easy, how creamy smooth that sounds, and for just a little bit of power, 0.3 amps and 40 volts, and I mean that thing screams. I guarantee that's 3,000 RPMs. Now for a little gadget like I'm doing, I'm using little rotors and little things, little fine wire, which is small amperage. So I'm trying to get the balance right for testing, so that this is about split positive. So I'm going to name this video split positive. When you go on YouTube, you don't see hardly anything under split positive. You see split negative, and you see, maybe you'll see another video coming up because of the conference there, the energetic conference. But for years there's been nothing on split positive. But when you think about it, that's 0.34 amps. You think about it, that's what John Bedini did. He split the positive on his SSGs, you know, his Bedini wheels and his bicycle wheels, where the positive and the negative, or where both positive charge the battery or something like that. But we never really applied it to standard motors until other men who have been leading the way on this that I'm following dreamed up some things. So I mean, to tell you, that is a great, all you need is 30 volts, 30 some volts, and a 1/3 of an amp to run this for me. And that motor, I don't know if that motor, I doubt that that motor is losing much efficiency at such a low. I bet it's pretty good at high efficiency. So that's it. I wanted to basically I wanted to just show you in the beginning was the mount and the dishwasher motor itself. Let me shut this off. So whether you run it all the way up on 110 or on just a few volts, this thing turns great. Let me unplug all this. I got the plug on the Variac with gator clamps on the plug there. See it? I can pull those out. I'm just measuring voltage there. Okay. So let's go back over to the motor just for a second and show you those mounts again. Those mounts, it's nothing more. The normal mount of a dishwasher are these locking points right here. That's not going to work for you. You've got to take these bolts right here on the bottom side or whichever side you're going to mount. Put a thin strap around in a circle and then tack a plate to it or rivet it, and you'll have a decent mount then. Okay? That's it for now, guys. And be looking for split positive videos coming up in the future. And that's a common dishwasher motor that anybody could use. They're a dime a dozen, although they're AC, so I'll have to figure out different ways to split the positive, turning it to DC or back to AC again. And we'll see how it goes. Thanks so much for watching. Bye.